Hello, good afternoon, you all, and welcome to the second training of the Wikipedia training for the Wiki Academics Mentorship Project, where we'll be discussing and focusing on African scientists and academics. And we are going to be having practical training session in which we are going to be creating 2 or more articles today. So, but before we create the article, we need to understand who are the African academics and scientists that we can create article for on Wikipedia. That we can create articles for on Wikipedia. So I have just 6 or 7 slides here. I'll just run through them for you to understand that not all academics, scientists, professors, not all of them can fit into Wikipedia pages. So we have a specific set of people that can go into Wikipedia pages. So today you are going to be learning about the notability, types of notability, criteria for NPROF, which is what we are here for, and some practical examples. Now, you need to know that, always put this one at the back of your mind, that all professors are not notable. Not all professors are notable. So always have that at the back of your mind. Simply because somebody is a professor does not mean that the person automatically qualifies for a Wikipedia article. And also, you need to also understand that notability is not transferable. If somebody is a renowned scientist and the person gives birth to a child, that does not make that child a Wikipedia noteworthy person. That does not make that child notable to be on Wikipedia. So the child also needs to work on his own to get notability before he or she can be on Wikipedia. Also, notability is not about having different certificates. Maybe now because you are a PhD holder now you can be on Wikipedia. No, because you are a master's degree holder, or because you have different professional certificates in the field of academics or science. Now you can be on Wikipedia. No, and also you need to understand that Wikipedia is not about popularity. That is because a professor is popular in your faculty, your department, or in your school, that does not make that professor notable on Wikipedia. So these are the things you need to put at the back of your mind as we embark on this journey. Now, what is notability? It means that a person or a topic or an organization has been the subject of significant coverage. A lot of people are talking about the person in reliable, independent, and secondary sources. So when a lot of news media, radio, TV, newspaper, journal, magazines are talking about a scientist or a professor, then the person is notable and the person can have his own page on the Wikipedia space. That's what notability means. Now, for any prof to fall under the general notability guideline, that professor must be covered in reliable sources. That is, that particular professor must have different publications. We are not talking about self-published publication or promotional publication or social media posts. We are talking about different reliable sources talking about the professor. And we're not talking about the fame or the social media followers of the professor. Maybe because the professor has a lot of followers on TikTok, and you think that scientist is notable because of his high number of followers on TikTok or Instagram. That does not mean notability. But what we mean is that the person, the scientist or the professor, has significant coverage in different reliable sources. Now, for the specific notability guideline, that is, if the professor, you have a professor, and you want to use any of the specific notability guidelines that we have discussed in our last training, so now I'm going to provide for you 8 criteria that anytime you see a scientist or a professor that falls into any of those 8 criteria, then you can create Wikipedia article for the person. So we have 8 criteria. We take them one after the other. Anytime you come across somebody can you still hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much. So any of those 8 criteria can make your subject to be notable.
You are cutting. Hello, you cutting. You're not audible.
Okay. Sorry. I said, yeah, if your subject falls in any of those criteria, then your subject is notable in lines of professor or in lines of scientist. So we will take the 8 criteria one after the other. So the first one is that if the person you are writing article for has received a widely recognized award, in a particular field, then that scientist or that professor is notable. When we are talking about widely recognized award, we are talking about award like Nobel laureate. We are talking about award like Lasker Award, Pulitzer Award, and so on. Those are major awards in a particular field. So if the person you are writing an article for has received that particular award, then that award will make that scientist or that professor to be notable. That's the first one. I hope you have taken that. The second one is that if the person you are writing for is a member of a widely recognized academic association or scientist association, an association that it is not that you are going to pay money before they take you in. They are going to elect you. You are going to be invited. You are going to be elected because of what you have done, because of your contribution to that particular field. We have those associations. We have many of them, such as the World Academy of Sciences. We call them TIWAS. We have the African Academy of Sciences, that's AAS. We have the Royal Physician of London. We have the Nigeria Academy of Sciences. We have the US National Academy of Medicine. A lot of them like that. So if that person is a member of those international recognized associations, we also have another one called the IEEE, International Electronics Engineering. So if somebody, an engineer, is a part of that organization, is a fellow of that organization, then that fellowship will make that professor, will make that scientist to be notable. That's the second one. I hope those two are clear. So if they are clear, just type yes in the chat box so that we can move on. The recipient of major award and election or membership of a widely recognized, internationally recognized association. If those two are clear, then we can move to the next one. Please let me see your yes or no in the chat box. So the two are not clear. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. The two are clear. Then the next one is high citation counts for their work in medical or scientists or any field. Forget about medical literature, any field. When somebody have a high citation count, that is when you go to the index of the person, the H index of the person, you are seeing anything above 20. I think in our last meetup, I showed you what index look like on Google Scholar. So it's an index, the place where you can check how many people have cited a particular work. So when you have 20 index and above, that means the person is a widely recognized person and a lot of people are using his work. But the person is also notable. The fourth one is that if the person has produced significant work that has been used across many institutions, if the person produce books that are adopted nationally or internationally, we can also create article for the person. If the person holds a prestigious named professorship, endowed chair, or similar honor in academics, maybe the person is the head of a particular segment, of a particular laboratory, of a particular high-profile institution, then we can also say that the person is notable. If the person is an emeritus professor, a kind of a full professorship, emeritus professor, then the person is also notable. Then the other two is that if the person is a chief editor of a widely recognized journal, a widely acceptable journal, if the person is a chief editor of that journal, the person is also notable. And also, if the person has created something or invented something that has influenced his or her major field, maybe the person invented something that becomes a tool that many people are using in that particular field, locally, nationally, or internationally, then the person is notable to be on Wikipedia. So those are the 8 criteria. So in those 8 criteria, there are 2 that are very easy to use. The first one is if the person is the head of an institution, like vice chancellor, and the other one is if the person belongs to a widely and internationally recognized institution. Those 2 are not ambiguous. They are very easy to use. So anywhere you see a vice chancellor now, you are supposed to create an article for that vice chancellor because it is not true. But now you have to think and reflect in your country. There are a lot of vice chancellors without Wikipedia article. So at the end of this training, I'm going to be providing a list of vice chancellors that you can create articles for. I think they are either 15 or 16 years. So I'm going to provide a list that can ensure that at least one person creates two articles. One person creates two articles. So, and if you are creating the article, if you are not used to creating article, it is better for you to create the article from the draft first. Then when you are done with the draft, then you can move it into the main space. So now, I'm going to switch to Wikipedia, where we are going to be having a practical discussion. Then I'm going to be creating one or two articles before the end of the training. So you will see the steps I'm going to follow. Maybe that steps too can also assist you in creating your own article. So before we move to that, so any question? Question? Any question?
No, please, for now.
Oh, okay. So the 8 criteria that we discussed, you should always have that in mind if you are creating article for African academics and scientists. So I'm going to log in. After my logging in, then I'm going to, okay, let me share my screen back. So this is Wikipedia. I have logged in, as you can see my username here. So this is the first thing you're going to check. If your username is here, that means you have logged in. So here you can see your contributions and the rest. So now, the very first thing you're going to do is to have the name. So, and the second thing you're going to do is when you have the name, is to search for the name. Now I have a name here. I will have to search for the name. In case the name is in existence, I will search for it. As you can see, the said Peter McGrath does not exist. So, but it is in existence under African University, as you can see, but no article was created for him. It's in existence under Monashe Furusa. It is in existence under list of ambassador of Kenya to the United States. Do you have anybody from Kenya here? Anybody from Kenya here? Nobody from Kenya? Okay. So now, that's the first thing you are going to do, to search for it. And the second thing you are going to do is to check if you have enough information on the person. So you go to Google, you put the name there, then you search for it. You have to go here, under africa.edu, you open in a new tab. As you can see, you have a new vice chancellor. This is another news. You open a new tab. I think they are the same. So look at this one. You open in a new tab. Africa University, you open a new tab. You open a new tab. So now we have 5. Let me go to news. If you can have more. Inaugurate new vice chancellor. You open a new tab. The Christian Century. You open a new tab. Okay, so the Herald switches to solar power. Mageto lands to AU vice chancellor. New AU laws government on private university, and so on. So now we have to go and just to go and have a glance of what we have done. You see his biography here. Okay, so just to have a glance of what we have done. You see his biography here. Okay. Another one is here. The Reverend Pastor Mugato will be installed as the first non-Zimbabwe to lead Pan-African United Methodist related institution. He's the first vice chancellor and will be installed And so, as you can see, we have it got the name and address to, okay, and so on. We'll come back here. I'm just showing you how you can get the information. As you can see, all the information are here. So now all you have to do now is to go and start creating the article, and you'll be coming here to get your information. So let us know. So they said is the 5th Vice Chancellor of African University, hold a bachelor degree, is from Kenya, and so on. Now, if you're going to start this article, the lead paragraph is going to read like, Peter Mageto is a Kenyan professor of theological studies, as you can see it here, and the current Vice Chancellor of African University. That is how your lead paragraph is going to look like. Now, we have it here as Peter Mageto. If you create like this, you are creating directly into the main space, and you can be having issues. So what you're going to do is to add draft to the back, and search it again. So then you click on this draft to start creating your article. So you are going to come, if you are using a system or your phone, you'll be given an option to choose between the visual editing and the source editing. So for the people that are not familiar with source editing, you can go for visual editing. Now, Peter Mageto is a Kenya professor of theological studies on the current Vice Chancellor of African University. Now, who can tell me the reason why, if any reviewer see this article, they will not be able to delete it or draft it, or what makes it relatable in this, with this just one sentence? What is the
Sir, please come again. Your voice wasn't clear.
Okay, I said, in this one sentence, what makes this article relatable? In this just one sentence. Can you hear me?
Please come again.
I said, in this one sentence that I've written, what makes this article to be notable? In this just, if I put a reference on this and I publish it, this article will not be deleted because there is an element of notability. So what is that notability in this article?
The reference, please.
The reference?
Yes, the reference that will be added.
Okay.
Will tell people that this article is actually notable.
The reference that will be added, that's the first one. Yes, another thing. The reference that will be added will tell the whole world that you are not concocting a lie, you are not fabricating a lie, you are actually telling us what you have written. That's the importance of reference. And another thing that will also make it to be notable, okay. So the reference is what that will tell the whole world that what you have written here is the fact. And what you have written here is not a lie. So another thing that will also make this article to be notable is because I've added that is a vice chancellor, because any vice chancellor is notable. In as much you have references to back it up that the person is a vice chancellor of the institution, especially in a Western-like institution. When you say Western-like institution, means countries that use the American and British style of learning, in which chancellor is just a figurehead, whereas vice chancellor is the one in charge of all the administrative work of the institution. Now, once you have written this first line, the next thing that you are going to do is to create a space for your references. So you are going to put your references like this, and you are going to make this references, you are going to make it a heading. That is, it will look like a heading, not like a paragraph. So there are three different ways of doing that. You can use Ctrl 2. If you are using a system, Ctrl 2, it will become references. Or you can use double equal to, it becomes references. Or you can also use, come to this place, this paragraph, click on it, and click on reference. Once you have your references, so the next thing that you are going to do is to add a template that fits you to references. So now, under these references, you are going to write two curly brackets. Two curly brackets. This is curly brackets. Let me show you curly brackets. These are curly brackets. Once you put two curly brackets like this, then you are going to put a template of ref list. Ref list. Ref list will assist you to arrange all your references. Then you click on insert. And if you wanted to do it manually, you don't like to use shortcut, then you can come to insert, click on template, then you put ref list inside. Ref list. Then you click on insert. So any references that you add, it will come inside this place. Now, since it is a draft, I can decide to publish my page and tell the world that I started a new draft. So now, this is my draft now. You see, it is not looking like a Wikipedia article yet. But by the time we continue to improve it now, you will be surprised what we are going to get. The next thing is to continue to improve it. Come to edit. Then let us add one reference to this one here. Then we go to our reference where we have it. They said he is a Kenya, as you can see, and is the Vice Chancellor of African University. So what we are going to do is to come down to the URL here. We are going to copy the link of the article. You copy the link, Ctrl C, you copy the link. Then you go back to your Wikipedia article. At the front of where you wanted to assert your claim, you put your cursor there. Then you click on Cite. Here you have three things. You have automatic or manual. So you make use of the automatic one. Then you paste your link inside. Then you click on Create. You can see it has generated a link for the reference. Then you can click on Publish. what have you done? A reference. So you are using your practice. Now you see, you have one reference now. You have one reference now. So then you continue again, you click on edit. Then you go for early life and education. So you can click on Ctrl+2 for you to have a heading, Ctrl+2 to have it. So here they said he was born in Yamara, and here. You see, they said he was born in Yamara, Western Kenya. So that's his early life. You have to be very careful of plagiarism, because you cannot copy and paste it directly like that. Where's the source? You cannot say Mageto was born in Inyamira, Western Kenya. No, that's plagiarism. You're going to see what I'm going to do now. So Mageto hails from Inyamira in Kenya. You can see the difference now. Here they said Mageto was born in Inyamira. I said he hailed from Inyamira in Kenya. So I've already paraphrased it. So now let me just add that reference to it. So just come here, you copy the reference, you go back, you go to your citation, then you will add it to automatic, you click, you paste it there, then you create. Then you click on insert. Now you have your second reference, 2, and you have your 2 here. Let me put a full stop here. So here they talk about where is code under the, where is it? The I already saw it earlier when I was browsing it. Let me change it again. I saw the references that time. Let me just search for it directly. Okay, this is the reference where they talk about so they talk about where is code here. You see, they said he has a bachelor degree in divinity from St. Paul United Theological College in Kenya. Then he got, so then you just say he earned, we will not say he got it, we just change, we change the English from this, from he has a bachelor degree, we can say he earned a bachelor degree. So we will just change it so that we will not kind of plagiarism. So we just say he earned a bachelor degree in divinity. Divinity from St. Paul United Theological College. From St. Paul United Theological College in Kenya. So also they said he earned his master's degree, his master's here too. You see, he earned his master's degree, a master's of theological studies, and the rest here. So we're just going to reform it and say he bagged a master of theological studies, from Garrett. As you can see it here, you see here, Garrett Evangelical Theological Seminary. So, master's and doctoral degree in theological studies from Garrett Evangelical Theological Seminary. So now you need to add the reference to this one too, so that it will not look as if we are concocting them from our head. Now, since we have used the reference before, now if you are going to be using the reference again, you don't need to do any copy and paste of the link. What you have to do is to click on Cite, go to Reuse, and click on the second one. As you can see, number 2 has come. So now, that is that about his early life and education. Then we click on Publish. What have you done? Added a new section. Okay, so now we have completed his early life and education. So now we are going to his career. His career. So what you have to do is to go to career, then you press Ctrl+2. The first one in capital letter. when you go to this place, this news, UM News, what is it? So they discussed where he has worked before. So before he has worked in the University of Kigali in Rwanda. You see, prior to joining the African University, Mageto served as Vice Chancellor and Professor of Ethics at the University of Kigali. So now, his previous experience includes the roles of Adjunct Assistant Professor at the University of Evansville, Indiana, Head of Department, Active Dean. So this is what we are going to use as his, what is it called, career. So we just say Mageto served as a Vice Chancellor and Mageto was previously a Vice Chancellor and Professor of Ethics. So let us see how we can concur it. Let's go there. So before joining African University, Mageto was a Vice Chancellor at the University of Kigali in Rwanda. He also served as Adjunct Assistant Professor at the University of also served as Adjunct Assistant Professor at University of Evansville. So he was also a Deputy Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs. Okay. So we also add that let us remove this also. Then we put serve as the acting Vice Chancellor of Kenya Methodist University. Kenya Methodist University. Kenya Methodist University. So where did we see that? In the same reference number 2. So we go to, we use number 2 again. So then you publish it. What have you done? Added a new section. So now you have used 1 hour now. Any question before we continue? Or we should have like 5 minutes break. Let me go and take a bottle of water to drink. So if you have any question, you can drop it in the chat box. So when I come back, I'm going to address them. Just 5 minutes. Let me just take water, please. So when I come back in the next 5 minutes, we continue. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Let me see if there are questions. Okay, I said I was, oh, you didn't hear what I said earlier on. I said we are going to have a 5 minutes break. Then if you have any question, you can drop it in the chat box. I think people were not hearing me. So can you hear me now? You can unmute yourself and
Yes,
speak.
please. Yes,
Okay.
please. I can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. So we just continue with the article. So now the next thing that we're going to be doing is, let's see if we can have is academic work and interest. Or let us go and check here. Let's see if we can have another section here. Okay, so what we're going to be adding, okay, you can see is award and achievement. Nothing is here. Research and publication, nothing is here. Academic qualification, we have something there. So let us see. They said he has over 25 years of experience. So what we're going to be doing is to add two more references to make it 4. So what we can do is to look for other references that discusses, okay, good. You see, this references talks about his vice chancellorship. So we just copy the reference, go and add it to make it 2. To make it 2 here, add additional reference here to make it 2. You click on cite, you click on automatic, then you paste it, then you generate, then you click on insert. That is 3. So you can publish it, added a reference. So here too, that it talks about is other it talks about his career. So you can also reinforce that reference with this one. So what you have to do is to go and reuse that reference, the reference number 2 under career. Reinforce it with another reference so that people can have enough references, enough place where they can verify that information. As you can see, they said he succeeded Vice Chancellor Professor Mona Shekaru. So you can also add that one to it. So in which year? Let us check. We just use it like this. Which year? In 2022. In 2022. So just add it. Just add it. Click on edit. We just say in 2022. 2022, he succeeded. He succeeded. Oh, don't know. Is it from my end or from you? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
But people are saying on
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so thank you very much. So in 2022, it succeeded. The spelling of succeeded should be 2C. It succeeded Professor Professor. Let's go and check his name again. Didn't memorize his name. So just put it. So can publish it. So now what we are going to be doing, we are going to be adding his publications. So we're going to be adding his publication. So what you're going to do is go to Google Scholar. Google Scholar. Then you click on Google Scholar. Then you search for his name. This is one of the way that you will not be stressing yourself looking for our publications. Search for his name. Let's see. Okay, you can see he has a silent church, death, and a critical look at the church response to HIV/AIDS. So let us click on it. When you click on it, look for either the DOI or let us see if there's any DOI here. So if there's no DOI, then you go for the there should be. This is the citation that you can copy and paste. But let me show you one of the easiest way of citing of adding those things so that it will be very easy for you. Look for the DOI. If you can't see DOI, then you can use the link. You can use the link, this link, copy the link, come to this place, citation tool forge. Call the citation tool forge. Citation tool forge. Wikipedia citation tool forge. Let me check my phone for the real citation. Okay. Wikipedia citation tool forge. But this is not it. There's a particular boat I'm using citation tool forge. You just put it there and it will generate all the references. So let me try. If I don't see them, I'll just go and do that. Yes, it's cited tool forge. Sorry, cited tool forge. Not cited tool forge. Cited. Let's try cited. Okay, yeah, I've gotten it. It's cited tool forge. Cited tool. I will drop the link in the chat box. Let me drop the link in the chat box for you. You will see the work of that cited tool forge now. So what you have to do is to copy the link. Is to copy the link of your reference. If you wanted to use it in that way, you go to the cited tool forge. Just go to here, paste it there, and submit. Now, it will generate something for you like this. Now, when you look at what you have here and what you have here, it's almost the same, but you can see that this one has a template for citation, access date, where people can see it, and so on. So what you're going to do is to copy this with this star, then you go back to your article, click on edit, then add another heading with Ctrl+2, and you write selected publications. Then you can paste it. Before you paste, you have to change to source edit. Change it to source edit, then go and paste it. You paste it. You can see it start web title. Then you're going to put the title of the title of the book, which is this one. You put the title here. Then you can reload to see the work. This is it here, but we need to add its name to it. Just go back to the site. Go back to the site and click on the reason why I'm having issue with this is because the book is too old and there's no DOI. So please let me go and check another book. Let me check another book. Okay, let's check this one. This PDF. Let's check this one. same thing is happening here. Okay, so let us just do it manually. Just copy the citation. Just copy the citation. If you can't find the DOI, just copy the citation manually and go there and paste it. That's it. Then you make this one bold. So you have it here. Remove all these ones. Now you have it. You have the book now. So this is the book. A Silent Church, a critical look at. This is a book. So you can make this one to be in italics by putting 2 apostrophe, 1, 2, then you publish it. You see, you have the book. Margaretto Peter, this is the name of the book. So you can also continue to add another book. Let's add additional 1 book. But this time around, we look for the one that we can use is DOI. Okay, let's check this one. Okay, see, this is the DOI that I'm talking about. This is DOI. You just copy this one. DOI means digital online identifier. Once you copy it, just go to the CITA tool font, paste it, and search. Yes. So you don't have to do anything. Just copy this. Once you have the DOI, it's become very easy for you. Just copy this, go back there, edit source, and paste. Let me even remove this first one and paste. Reload. Did you see how it becomes? It gives you a sign of book, the name, everything is there. Let us publish for you to see the difference. Do you see it? Let me remove this one. It's becoming true. So just look for the one with DOI. That one, it will make it to look more beautiful and it will give all the necessary details. You see? It gives you everything that you need to know. You see? Book, everything is there. So let us look for another one with DOI. Another journal. Let's see this one. If it has DOI. Academia. So just don't stress yourself. Look for the one with DOI. Take it to the CITA tool forge and it will generate the citation for you. This is a complete journal, so we cannot We are looking for a specific If you do not see DOI, you can also use ISBN. If the book has ISBN, you can also use it. Let us see if this book has ISBN. We have volume 30. As you can see, we can't have the ISBN here. There's no DOI. So it's very hard for us to cite it. If you are to say we are going to use the link, let us try with the link. It will not give us what we are looking for. If you are to say we are going to use the link, it will not give us what we are looking for. Let's try and see. You see, it gives us error because it is a PDF and cannot give us the link. Because the person is let us try this 2025 and see. What I'm seeing LM Maghetto is not the one. LM is on is P Maghetto. So book review. Victim theology. Let's copy this and see if you can get his DOI online. Okay. So if you can't see the DOI, let's see if you can get ISBN. Good. We have ISBN here. So copy the ISBN. You take it to the CITA tool forge, paste the ISBN inside, submit. So you can either use the DOI, which is the digital online identifier, or the ISBN. You see, look at the ISBN. It will give you all the details you need. So either you use DOI or the ISBN to get your details from CITA tool forge. Just copy it and go and paste it. Let us paste it. Okay, so we remove. They are saying that the author house is not allowed to be on Wikipedia because it's a self-publishing house. Let us try and see. Okay. So Maghetto Peter, victim theology, ISBN, as you can see. So I don't know if you get how I'm adding those books. Do you get how I'm adding those books? Hello? Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, so let me also see if you can have the ISBN of another one. Let's see if you can have the ISBN of this one or the DOI of this one. Let's see. An old book. That's why. So let's go to the next page and see. Okay, corporate analytics. So it should be our last book that we're going to be adding, if we are able to add it. Okay, this one is from so let us copy the link of this one. It should be able to give us what we are looking for, because inside the link, there's a unique identifier number. Let's try. You see? So it gives us what we are looking for. Just copy it, then paste it. Now we have, then you reload and see what you have done. So you can see it is here. You click on publish changes. Now you have 3 selected publications. So now you have to change from edit source to your visual to be able to continue your visual edit. Then we are going to be adding info box. So for you to add info box, bring your cursor to the back of this place, to the beginning, then you click on insert, template, then you click on info box. So it's a public office order. Then you can say office folder, info box office order. Office order. Then you click on insert. When you click on name, that's the name of the person, Peter Margetto. What is the office of the person? Vice Chancellor. Who appointed him? There's a place where they said board of something appointed him here. Let us see if we can have it back. African University Board of Directors. So appointed by the African University Board of Directors. So then which country is he from? He's from Kenya. Is preceding who? That is, he comes before who? Or let me use, he succeeded who? Succeeded. They gave us the name of the person that time. You can still remember. Professor, let's check. He succeeded this person. Then we go back to his education. Where did this school? Okay, let us insert this one so that we see what we have done. Now, as you can see, this is what we are doing in the info box. So you can publish this one and say added an info box. Info box is just a box whereby you can see all the information at once. So it's called in St. Paul United Theological College and Garrett Evangelical Theological Seminary. I hope I'll be able to remember. So let's add it, education. Now, if you wanted to add 2 or more items that are not together inside info box, you can use this template. You put 2 curly brackets, unbulleted list. We call it unbulleted list, UBL. Then you put your pipe. This is your pipe. Then you put the name of the first school or the first item. Then you put second. Direct Evangelical. Theological Seminary. Then you close it. Then you have it like this, as you can see. So you can publish your changes. So you look at the article again. What are the things that you can add? So Vice Chancellor of which school? So you have to add Vice Chancellor of which school, which is the African University. So you go and add the African University into the info box. So just click on edit. Then you can add it under this order. Africa University. You can change it. Put this one here. Put this one here. So that's Vice Chancellor of the African University. So let me remove that D so that it can become blue. So the reason why I removed that D is because on Wikipedia, when they were writing that African University, that V was not there. So you can publish it. And also, you continue to edit. So what can you also add? Let's check the information again. What can you also add? Where he was born. So he was born in Nyamira, in Kenya. So let us go and add that one too. Born. Birthplace. So Kenya. You can also add occupation. Is an academician. Is a theology. Do you have something like theologian? Or is it theology? Let me check. Or a theologist. Let's see. Okay, we have theologian. So we can say we use our unbulleted list, UBL. We put our pipe. Then we say academician or academic. Then we put it again, theologian. Then close it. So we have it here, as you can see it. You can publish the changes. And publish it. So the next thing that you're going to be doing is you are going to be wikilinking Wikilinking means you are linking the articles here to another article on Wikipedia. So first thing is, okay, let us bold this place. With your Control B, you can bold, or you come to this place to bold. Theological studies. Let us see if we have the article on Wikipedia. For you to bold, you have to highlight, then click on the link here. This is Wikilinking. Let us check. So we have theological studies. So we do not have it as a profession, so we are not going to be choosing it. Then we have the African University. So let us Wikilink it. You see it here, African University. Oh, I made a mistake here, theological. Then they said St. Paul United Theological College in Kenya. So let us see if the school is on Wikipedia. So why the school is not on Wikipedia? Let us go and look at the real name of the school. Maybe you are the one that we are writing today. So they call it this St. Paul University Lumuru. This is what they call it. This is the original name. So what we are going to be doing is this. We are going to be clicking on Wikilinking, then we are going to be searching for this. St. Paul what? But it seems I copy everything. Oh, we're going to be copying this only. You see it here, then you click on it. So it will not change the name, but it will change the link. So also we are going to be wikilinking this Garrett Evangelical Theological Seminary. Let us see. You see that as you are wikilinking it, they are becoming blue, so as to show that there's an article there on Wikipedia, added wikilinks. So then we continue again to our career. University of Kigali, we are going to wikilink it. University of Kigali. We also go to wikilink Rwanda. We're also going to wikilink University of Evansville. We also go to wikilink Kenya Methodist University. And also we are going to wikilink Professor Munashe Furusa. So then we have concluded our wikilinking. So that's that. So the next thing we're going to be doing is to be moving the article to the main space. We are done with everything now. We move the article to the main space, we add a category, we add what is called, there's something called authority control. Authority control means if the person is on Wikidata, it will generate all is database on Wikidata and bring it to Wikipedia. So now what we are going to be doing is to move it. You come to tools here, you click on move. Then you come to the new title, you take it to article. They ask you what are the reason I've completed the article, I've developed the article, then you move it. So then the page draft Magento has been moved to Peter Magento. So now you have it here. So there's something, let us see what you are saying. You are saying no category and it is orphan. So the next thing you're going to be doing is to be adding categories. So you have to go and activate your hotcut. Come to your preferences. So search for hotcut. You need to activate it. Once you activate your hotcut like this, click on it for activation. Then you click on save. Then you'll be able to add your category as fast as possible. But first, let me just teach you the manual way of using the hotcut. So we go back to our visual edit. So you go to this place, these 3 lines. You go to categories. You add category. So this person is a living being, right? So you can say living people. This person belongs to the category of living people. Also, you can say this person belongs to the category of Kenyan academicians, Kenya academics. As you can see, this person, you are seeing them from a Kenya professors and a Kenya academics. So when you click on apply changes, you come down, you see that's categorized under living people, under Kenya academics. So you can easily save it. Added categories. You publish the changes. Now, if you have done your hotcut, then you can come down here. You don't have to follow that long process again. Just come down here and add another category. So we are going to be adding St. Paul Theological College alumni. Let's see if you have a category like that. Alumni for that particular school. Let me see if we can have it. Then if you can't have it, we'll go and look at the real name. Let us check the real name, which is St. Paul University. Let's see if you have the alumni here. Good. You see, you have St. Paul University Limuru alumni. So it belongs to a category of the alumni. When you come back to my info stuff, you see that it has removed that issue of category away from my dashboard. Okay, so now we have 3 categories. Let us also add another category, which is also the Garrett Evangelical Theological Seminary alumni, because you also study from this school. So we copy it, then we go down, add, click on, you see their alumni. So we click on OK. Now we have 4 categories now. So now there's also something called short description. This is the thing that we tell people who a short description of the article. So for you to add short description, you can click on insert, template, and let me go again. You click on insert, template, then you search for short description. So we can say Kenyan theologian. No, the spelling is incorrect. What? Theo. It's correct. Or let me use the word Kenyan academic. So what have you done? Added short description. So now, if you wanted to know, see if your article is linked into another article, then you go to under tools, you go to something called what links here. As you can see, this article is not linked to any other article. This is draft. So now we have to go and link it. Since they said he is a professor, he is a vice chancellor of the African University, so we have to go and um, link it to African University. So we just come down here. As you can see, they said this article contains promotional events. I'm not going to touch it. I'll just go there and change this. I'll just wiki link this. That's all. Just click on edit. Go to where the vice chancellor is. So add the square bracket. So publish changes. Added wiki link. So the vice chancellor. So now when you go back inside this Peter Maghetto, you will see that now they have removed the red link for orphan. So what we're going to be doing also, I think we have done a lot of stuff here. So let me see if this divinity, we can wiki link this divinity as a course of study. Okay, we cannot. Theological ethics. Let's see if we can have this. So now you are done with it. It's okay. Everything is perfect now. So what we are going to be doing is to go and see if this person is on Wikidata, to link the person up with Wikidata. Search for him on Wikidata. So the person is not on Wikidata. So then we create a new item. So Kenyan, create it. So we add statement, instance of human. All of you are a pro Wikidata. So when I'm done, you can go there and improve it. Sex or gender, you have male, you publish it. Add statement, occupation, you have academic. Publish it. Our statement, country of citizenship, Kenya, you publish it. Place of birth. So we need to add the reference to it, to this. So you know how to do that. Where is it? Where is the this is it. You're gonna add the reference to it. Add the reference. Reference URL. Put it. You publish. So you can go and improve it more. So what I want to do is to just link them up together. Then you come to Wikipedia, you put EN, English. Then you come here and put Paul Maghetto. What's his name? Oh, sorry, Peter Maghetto. So publish. That's it. We have added it to Wikidata item. So any question? We have come to the end of the training. So I'm going to be dropping. Okay, somebody is saying something. Let us check and see. Oh, can you come again the way for posted the article? The way I move the article, right? So this is what I did. Come to tools. Come to move. You click on move. Then you go to here and put it on article. Then you move it. So I've already moved this one before, so I'm not moving it again. So you go to move, then you move from draft to article. So any question? Any question? Any question? Do you have any question? Let me stop.
Yes, please.
Okay, what's your question?
Please, with the draft, does it mean it won't go to the main space whereby editors will reach out and tell you to make some corrections? But then the draft, is it similar to Sandbox? Is it same as Sandbox? Or they are different?
Draft is similar to Sandbox, but one thing about draft is that from draft, you can move it directly to the main space. But from your Sandbox, you have to bring it, you have to either bring it to draft or you copy it and go and create the article on the main space and paste it and publish it. So you can move
Okay.
directly from draft to the main space, but from Sandbox, you cannot move directly to the main space.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you are welcome.
I want to ask something adding to what you've been saying. So when my draft in Sandbox, can it be watched and maybe be being what should I say? Being told maybe where to make corrections if I have to make corrections before I
Okay.
can move it to
In your
yes.
Sandbox, it is very hard for me to see your Sandbox. But if you have your article as draft, if I search for the draft like this, draft Peter Maghetto, if your article is in draft, I'll be able to see it. But if it's in your Sandbox, it's only if I know you and I know your username, then I can go and see your Sandbox from your username. You get it now. So anybody can see your article by chance in the draft. But Sandbox, it is very hard for people to see your article.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, somebody asked another question. Let me check. But this option doesn't exist in page in Wikipedia. You mean the option of creating article this way There's another option that we're going to be exploring maybe in our next meeting. When you submit your article for review, that's the option of submitting article for review. So any more questions? I'm going to be dropping names either today or tomorrow, names of what you can work on before you publish. Okay? So let me stop the recording. Thank you very much for joining this session. And I know that